Hello, I'm Christian from the Welsh Sports channel and DragonSports, and unfortunately that is it for the regional teams in the URC this season, as the Scarlets do get knocked out in the first round of the knockout stages, losing to the juggernaut that is Leinster Rugby. No shame in the performance. They really left everything out there, and to be honest, there was times where they were really in amongst Leinster and forcing errors. There was a few times, especially in that sort of second half of the first half, they really got amongst them. Leinster was forcing offloads that weren't really on. Kick passes were going straight out. And, there was times where you thought Scarlets could really do something here. Unfortunately, it really did boil down to inaccuracies for Scarlets. The character was there throughout. The defence was actually really good after the first 10 minutes. But there was a few times they got into Leinster's 22 or into an area where, they could really put a strike move together. And unfortunately, line out was what cost them. Generally, the set piece in general was pretty poor. The scrum was only about 67% success rate and the line out was about 82. So, when you go to a proper outfit like Leinster away, you've got to be nailing the big moments. And unfortunately, when they had these big moments, the line-out was overthrown, or it was a good jump defensively for Leinster, and it ended up being like a bit of a crapshoot whether they were going to get the line-out. Unfortunately, when they did, they managed to break Leinster down. That first try was a really good strike play, a couple of phases, and Tom Rogers goes over with a good strong finish. But they just couldn't sort of stack the strike moves and the possession and really get any pressure onto Leinster. It was kind of like always holding on and counter attacks. The second try for Blair Murray was, of course, really defending on their line, and then some good kick through from a bit of a mistake from Prendergast, and then really good footwork and control from Blair Murray to score a try, who was excellent on the night. And I'm really glad he didn't get the Lions call up, because he's going to be pivotal for any Welsh success we have in the summer. His kicking was excellent. Leinster just kept pinning the Scarlets back, and it made it really difficult for the Scarlets to get any territory. And Blair Murray really earned his money. But to be fair, when he was returning kicks, he was getting some interest on him, and just his general play is just excellent. So looking forward to seeing him in a Wales shirt again this summer. But, the Scarlets can be really happy with this season. 13th they were last year, absolutely dreadful. I think maybe 4 wins out of the whole season. And this year, finishing 8th, getting into the playoffs. They recruited really well. A lot of credit should go to Dwayne Peel and his backroom staff. They've completely changed the way the team has sort of mentality. Last year, they would concede a couple of tries and then their heads would go and they would take a big score. But like even in this Leinster game, went down two scores, 12 points in that opening 10 minutes, and you think, wow, this could get nasty. But they stuck in there. They showed real guts and determination. And even in the second half, when Leinster brought on the big guns, you bring in Schneemann and Dan Sheehan off the bench, like the wage budget is not comparable of these two teams, but the Scarlets really did make it look a fairly level playing field. But even when Leinster got on top and they were getting multiple scores ahead, you think, oh, that's the game gone now. But the Scarlets kept clawing themselves back into it with some enterprise in rugby, but it was just too much in the end. But a really good season, and it was a good game. Not the highest of standard considering the two teams were in the knockout stages, but it was a really good game, really entertaining, and the Scarlets can be really happy. And now they just need to take that now, and then next season kick it up another notch. And who knows what they can do next year. But that's all from me. Let me know what you think. Check out dragonsports.co.uk, and I will catch you on the next one.